Welcome to the Learn to Sew Academy channel. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to install an invisible zipper. You can also call it a concealed zipper. What you will need to install the zipper is, of course, your invisible zipper. And when you choose your zipper, you choose a zipper that is about 2 inches longer than your zipper opening. And then I'm also going to be using the zipper foot for this tutorial as well. We're going to use this top in this tutorial. First of all, I ironed out this zipper and I opened it up and I tried to flatten the back of it. I used the iron, the pressing iron, and I tried to flatten these as much as I can, making sure not to melt the zipper teeth. With a concealed zipper, what we are simply doing is we want to fix this zipper such that you don't see any thread on the outside of the fabric. So what we're going to do is first we're going to have it all closed up like that, and that is just to help you to match how it should be, because you know that where you have your zipper post where you want facing up, that's your right side. This is the back of the zipper. When you have found that, you want to open this up like this, and then I'm just going to put a pin to hold it in place like that. You want to come as close to your teeth as close as possible, and you want to keep sewing all across like that. Remember that this is now open. The plan is that by the time you sew this on the fabric, it's going to be right around the folded area here. When we start to sew, we're going to hide this excess. We're going to hide it in like that for the top. As we begin to sew, I'm going to fold it in like that, and I'm just going to sew it. So let's get started. Now to start to sew, we're going to open up the zipper just to make it easier. You can also leave it like this, but you need to first open up the head and sew along that and then close it up. If you want to close it up, for some that is easier for them, because that way you are able to match the center of your zipper to the fold line that we have here. So that way you can just match that as you sew along. That helps you to ensure that your center is right there at the fold. I'm gonna open it up like that. I'm just going to fold the edge in so that it's tucked in when I'm done sewing, and I'm going to begin sewing. I've changed my presser foot to a zipper foot, so I'm just going to start sewing right there at the edge, close to the teeth. And when you start, you want to do a reversing stitch at the end, and then you start sewing. As you sew along, you want to make sure that you have your teeth, the center, you want to make sure that you have it properly aligned to the fold that you have here. Then you just keep sewing. And what happens is when you're using your zipper foot, you'll see that this edge right here, you see that the side of the zipper foot is just gliding through directly down like that. So that's what it's doing as we sew this. And you can reduce your speed, especially if you're just doing this for the first time, that can also help you. Just go as slowly as you need to. And you just want to sew it until you are about 2 to 3 inches from the end. And then you stop right there. And you do a back stitch to end it. Next, you go to the other side and then you work on the other side of the top or dress. One side is done, so we zip it up and align it for the other side. Now we'll take the other part of the zipper and you want to take your folded edge, align it like that, hold it with a pin, open it up, then you want to turn it to the other side. I'm gonna remove the pin and I'm going to repin it. I'll spread it out now. I'm gonna repin it. Now I'm repinning it. It's spread out, so we're going to start sewing it. But first we need to change the zipper foot to the other side. We move it from one end to the other side and now we can start sewing. So again, I'm going to hide the extra over here for the zipper. I'm going to hide it in like that. And we're just going to do the exact same thing that we did with the other side. Now I'm going to also make sure that I'm aligning this edge with the teeth. And again, you're going to do a back stitch at the beginning. Do a reversing again at the beginning. And again, I'm matching the teeth with where my fold is. I'm just going to continue to sew like that. And the side of my zipper foot is right here, pushing against the teeth just a little bit. So in that way, it's helping to open it up as we sew along. And I'm going to continue sewing until I get to the same point that I had over here on the other side. Another way to do that is you can also use a marker to mark that before you start sewing, especially if it's your first time doing it. You may want to use a marker to mark the point where you want to stop. So I'm just doing a back stitch at the end to lock my stitch in place. So I'm just closing the zipper now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come to the hand. So we just look for where we stopped. And that's right here. So we're going to start sewing from here. We do a back stitch and we sew all the way to the end. So this is where it ended. So I'm going to start to sew from there. But this time around, you want to make sure that your zipper is out of the way. You can also use a pin to hold that. So I'm just going to sew from that point where we ended the zipper. And I'm still using the zipper foot just to make it easy for me to sew around that area. And I'm going to do a back stitch. And I'll just use it. I can change to the standard foot right now, but I'll just continue with this and sew it to the end. But this time I'm making sure to sew on that folded edge line that I can still see here. And this is what we have. We're done now. So this completes the tutorial on how to make your invisible or concealed zipper. So we're all done now. And thank you for joining me in this video. Be sure to join me in the next one. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, don't forget to do so now. And please click on the bell icon so you can get notified when we load new videos. And again, don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and please share our videos. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.